Hi there ladies, here's a look at that little combination that we did today. It started off with something that we're just gonna do one time only. We're gonna do some hip drops, and remember with our hip drops, our standing leg is still soft. Our leg that's going to be dropping is very bent. The weight's not on it. Our hip is raised up so that it has somewhere to drop down to. Now we did kind of a fancy little hip drop here. We did the kind where we drop, release, drop, release. Keep in mind that every time my hip is still doing the same thing, it's just my foot that's releasing from the floor. So our first 4 counts was drop, release, then our 5, 6, 7, 8 was a forward drop. So I just kind of tilt my body so that my hip drops in the front, and back drop, meaning I just kind of twist there so that my hip drops in the back, forward again, and then when I twist to the back, instead of dropping, I go ahead and switch feet. So the whole 8 count looks like drop, release, forward, back, forward, switch feet by taking that foot around back. Now alternately, if you wanted to just do hip drops, that would be perfectly fine too. You would just be doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, switch. Or if you wanted to just do drop and release for the whole time, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, switch. Okay? We're going to do the exact same thing on the other side, so whichever version you decided to do, I'm going to show that higher level one though. Drop, release, forward, back, forward, switch, but not all the way to the other side, just to the middle. Okay, so we're only going to do that little part of the combination once. Now, I have my weight on my left foot, so my right foot is going to start off with a cross step. Cross step meaning we step in front and we point out with the other foot. Step in front, point out, step in front, point out, step in front, point out. We're going to do it forward and back, and since it's going to come up in the length of music that I had for us to practice to, it can come up 3 times. Instead of just doing the exact same thing all 3 times, we took it to the right diagonal, to the left diagonal, and to the middle. But the same thing was happening each time. We were doing a step in front, point out, step and touch, step and touch, step and touch. Now, to take this up a little, be sure you're really bumping that hip out when you do the point. And another thing that would take it up a little bit would be accenting which foot is doing the point. So you could either be following it, you could be accenting by kind of wrapping your hands. There's lots of different things that you could do there. Or you can just keep your hands at the neutral position. When you've gone 4 steps forward and 4 full steps back, which was really an 8 count forward and an 8 count back, your right foot should be free to do a 3-point turn to the right. So remember, 3-point turn just goes 1, 2, 3. Again, the first step is stepping out. The second step is turning around and stepping. And then the third step is to turn around so that you're forward again. Now my weight should be on my right foot here. I'm kind of angled to my right, and I'm going to do some shoulder rolls to the right side. So out of an 8 count, if the first 3 were that 3-point turn, 1, 2, 3, we could shoulder roll for the 5, 6, 7, 8. Now my left foot is free. I'm going to go back to the left with the 3-point turn and shoulder roll over here for the 5, 6, 7, 8. And the last thing we're going to do with this little combination is take some circles right around us to turn. We're going to take 4 circles or 1 8 count and turn around in the direction that our circles are going. Now to make that look a little cuter, you can accent it with the 1 arm up and 1 arm around the hip, showing where we're going. And when we get back to here, we're either ready to go ahead in the next direction with our cross steps. We could throw in a little shimmy here and there, or when we get to the end, we'll just pose. Okay, so let's see what that looks like to the music that we practiced to today.